folks, super powerful episode of hashtag Rise and Grind today. I'm super excited. I've been waiting for this one for a while. I have a really special guest to bring to you. So let's just go straight to it. No messing around today. Let's go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Friday. That's right. It's Friday, July 23rd, 2021. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Friday, July 23rd, 2021. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Listen, I am so excited to bring to you today the one and only Natasha Grano. Dude, for those of you that don't know her, this woman is a global influencer with over 5 million followers. She's also a motivational speaker, killing the game at every level. She is a best-selling author of The Action Plan, which is absolutely an incredible book. She's one of the #1 social media experts in the world, including this woman actually got married on Clubhouse. She had a Clubhouse wedding, which is amazing, right? She's also a model, absolutely beautiful head to toe, and most importantly, she is a mama with this beautiful baby. And on top of all of that, maybe even more importantly, she's become one of my really dear friends as of recent. And so I love some Natasha Grano, and I'm super excited to share her with you today. And before I do, you know what we got to do on this show? We got to get everybody up in here. So we're going to go ahead and get the music rocking and rolling. This morning, we're going to dive right in. There we go. There we go. Y'all feel that? Come on now. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. How you doing, Judy Anderson? What's up, Janelle Griego? Mike Overfelt's in the house. Emily Gowler's up in here. What's up, Mary Lynn Wilkin and Mark Ellis? How you doing, Nicole Jackson and Melvin Rodriguez? All y'all up in here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Natasha's in the green room. She might be dancing. Let me see. Natasha, are you dancing back there? What are you doing, girl? I love it. She's in the green room. She's dancing. She's excited to be here as well. I also see my friend Liza Myers Borches is in the house. I see Debbie Credit Ninjas up in here this morning. What's up, Limitless Siga Jane, great to see you. I see Lily and Kimberly. Dr. Sean Shapiro, Sarah McCord is up in here this morning. El Michelle, Tim, L.A. Williams. My man Mark Jenkins is in the house. What's up, Mark? Great to see you. I see Tom and Coco and Solana and Queenie. I see Dexter and Core Element and Allie and Denise. I see Robert, Patricia, Michelle, and Pam. I see Nadira and Brian and Chef and G.I. Everybody's up in here on hashtag Rise and Grind this morning, including Natasha. Look at Natasha. She's back here just dancing, getting it going. She's ready. She's getting warmed up. She's ready to bring it to you today. I can't stinking wait. So listen, I'm not going to waste any time on anything as far as other than bringing you Natasha this morning. So I will tell you this. We do have that's the wrong clip. I will tell you this. The podcast is out now. The Breakfast with Champions podcast is out. It's on iTunes. It's on Spotify. It's everywhere. So if you've ever missed a moment of Breakfast with Champions and you want to go back, go check that out. With that said, let's dive in. Natasha Grano right here on hashtag Rise and Grind.
I'm up like a rooster about my future. Better get used to the routine. I ain't sleep. I'm living the dream. Feeling like I can do anything. Cause this is God.
The MBS method brings together the disciplines of time-tested meditation, effective breathing exercise integration, and reframing of the subconscious mind through altered states of awareness, anchoring, and mantras in order to create a powerful, sustainable, positive mindset with the ability to manifest the things we want in life. Through this method, we tap into different states of consciousness such as the alpha level, theta, and even delta, which is when you're in a deep sleep. In most of these altered states of awareness, you can program your subconscious mind to believe what you want it to believe and attract more of the good stuff into your reality. When in an altered state of consciousness, your brainwaves have different frequencies. Scientists use electroencephalography, EEG, to measure these brainwaves and show these different states of consciousness and how impressionable each level is. Until now, only very prestigious individuals, politicians, and the world's most successful individuals knew about how to tap into altered states of awareness. So when I created my method many years ago, after going through my own traumatic experiences, this method helped heal me from illness, helped change my lacking mentality to an abundant one. It helped me go from broken, almost homeless, to becoming a best-selling author with an 8-figure business and multiple streams of passive income. It enabled me to go from feeling unworthy and depressed to happy and motivated to achieve. And my goal was to make this MBS method available to anyone and everyone, giving them the ability to transform their life too and have anything they wanted. This is the missing page in the books that we read about manifestation and the law of attraction. So I made it my mission to share this knowledge with the world and help align as many others with their purpose in order to live their best lives. The MBS method went viral on social media and has now gained over 100 million views and has been taught to 1.5 million people. And that's what this method is. It's the secret bridge between the life you're living and the life you want. It's your transformation to a greater life. Have you ever found yourself stuck in life? Do you want to learn the missing piece to manifesting anything you want? Do you feel like life is somehow holding you back? At some point we all feel this. It's sadly normal. The challenge is knowing what steps we can take to quickly reframe our focus and our mindset and live a life we want in every area. This is your secret weapon, the missing piece. MBS method benefits include rapidly increased focus, enabling effective thought patterns, removing self-limiting beliefs, creating everlasting positivity, learning how to breathe more effectively, reducing stress, unlocking sustainable energy, combating tiredness, and overcoming fear and anxiety. The MBS is ideal for those wishing to improve their self-awareness, mindfulness, and well-being. Achieve success in a particular MBS method target area too.
All right, Natasha, we got to dive into this a little bit more because you've been killing the game, girl. You're killing it on social. You're making a massive impact on this planet. You're helping all kinds of people. So talk to me about this MBS, this manifestation. Some people are like, this is fluffy, Natasha. This is bull. I don't know. Law of attraction. I don't know about that stuff. So talk to me, girl. How's this stuff work and why is it so powerful?
I love it, Glenn. Good morning. So, well, the law of attraction is happening whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. It's just all around us. So whatever you believe in, whatever you want to manifest into your life, it's happening. So you have to just understand how to get into a flow with it. So when you see things around you that are chaotic and things that aren't working for you, it's because your outer reality is a direct reflection of your inner self beliefs. That quote's from my book, The Action Plan. And how it goes is, if you are thinking negative thoughts, if you are feeling negative, if you are feeling sad about something, you're going to attract more of that into your life. Like attracts like. That's the core foundation, I guess, of the law of attraction.
Yes, yes, Natasha, I think that you are spot on. So talk to me, when did you discover this gift and ability? When did you discover it in your life? And how were you able to cultivate it to where you're at this level now where you're like manifesting big stuff? Like you're showing up on national syndications. You're showing up walking down the aisles with some of the biggest A-list celebrities and names and influencers on this planet. So when did you discover this gift, this ability, and how were you able to cultivate it to where you're now like a master manifester?
I love that question, Glenn. So it started for me really young. You know, I was about 12 years old, and I just started to realize that when I thought about something, that person would call or something would come to manifest. And I guess that was a very small way of me looking at it. It eventually grew into what it is now. Where it evolved to very fast and rapidly is about 5 years ago, when I went through the biggest trauma in my life. When I went through pain and suffering, I found myself bedbound with an illness. I'd just been thrown out on the street after a really messy divorce. I'd just given birth to a newborn baby. I'd lost all my business. So I was at rock bottom financially. I was broke. I was homeless. I had nowhere to go. I was bedbound with an illness. So you imagine every area being complete rock bottom. At that point, when you're in your lowest form, when you're in your lowest place, there is only one way to go, and that is up, because it can't get any worse. But once I realized that these things happen to you, and like Rumi, the 16th century author says, the poet, he says, let your pain be your cure. And once you understand that your pain is happening to you and your adversity is happening to you in your life, so that you can learn from it, so that you can evolve from it, so that your soul can evolve, then I realized, okay, this is happening to me for a greater purpose. It's not just to kill me, to wipe me out. No, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, right? So I knew there was something bigger for me out here. And I knew that it was happening to me in such a horrendous way, all these traumas at once, so that I would go on to share to the world how I had overcome these traumas, and then how I was able to then go on and manifest and attract my goals into my life and achieve the things I have. Because if I look at it, from when I was literally alone, bedbound, broke with nothing, in only 1 year of me coming back from that, I made my first $1 million. I built my first 1 million followers on Instagram. I was able to come back from it. So I am an expander for so many people in humanity, because if I can do it, you can do it. If I came from nothing, from that place of having nothing and being alone and depressed and you know, traumatized by so many things, then someone else can do it. Someone else can get through it. And that's been my mission, is to go on and serve and help the world to overcome their traumas, to overcome their pains, the same way I did. And I used that method. I used the method we spoke about, you played at the beginning so beautifully, my MBS method. I didn't know, of course, when I was unwell, that when I was broken and alone, I didn't know that these methods would become together to be my meditational behavioral synchronicity method. I didn't know it would go on to be so profound. At first, I thought, you know, I'm using meditation, I'm using breathing exercises, I'm using all these different things, but combined together, they have such an impact on the subconscious mind. And I've gone on to, you know, as you said, go and work with some incredible minds and be on stages with such wonderful people.
Yeah, it really is fascinating and incredibly inspiring to know that you could come from that space, right? And you and I really resonate when it comes to that. You and I both, and we don't advise this for anyone. I don't advise this for anyone, but Natasha and I both went the hard route. We took the hard route to be able to I think we were both just knuckleheads. We were both stubborn, right? We were both stubborn. So
literally, I mean, we just needed to, was it like we needed to be knocked off a pedestal? We just wanted to go that hard. We like a challenge. We obviously love a challenge.
like a challenge. Like, how terrible can I make my life so that I can make the comeback? I love it. And I love all the things that you're talking about. And, there's actually a lot of science around this now, right? As we're learning more about the mind, we're learning more about these additional senses. Like growing up, we were all taught that you got five senses, right? Like the sense of smell and touch and sight and sound and whatever. And the reality is they're now starting to realize it's far, far, far bigger than that. And we have these connections, these energetic connections where we're able to literally shift and transform energy in such a powerful and interesting way. So there's a lot of science behind this. But Natasha, I know that there are still a lot of people out there that really, they like almost refuse to accept this to be reality, right? They're like, no, none of this stuff is real. It's all woo woo. Like, just get up, grab your hammer and go out there and hammer in some nails. And, hard work is really the key. That's all I got to do is I'm going to work hard and I'm going to get there. So why do you think that some people have this mental block where they're not able to accept that they are actually the catalyst of all things that are happening in their life, right? You talked about these things are happening really for you, right? And that you're creating them, you're attracting these circumstances. But for some people, that's very hard. It's much easier to say, I am a victim to outside versus I am the catalyst from inside, right? So talk to me about that. What are some of the stumbling blocks that you see, since you train a lot of people in this? What are some of the stumbling blocks that keep people from getting to this flow state, and how can they break through some of those things so they can experience manifesting the way that you're able to?
So the first thing you want to look at is there are three parts to this, okay? It's the mindset, your skill set, and then your environment. So most people get stuck at the point when they feel stuck before they should have done the prevention work and the preventative work. And in that place, if you do the preventative work, then effectively you never get to that place of feeling like you're in a rut because you're already in a flow state. But if you're already in that part where you feel stuck, you feel unmotivated and unfocused, and like you're saying, what are the things people stumble on? Well, most people stumble on the fact that they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that actually they can have, be, and do anything they want. Like in the Napoleon Hill book, Think and Grow Rich, whatever the mind can see and believe, it can achieve. You can have and be anything you want. You can, but you must first believe. And most people get stuck in that place of, well, I don't think that's for me. And a victim mentality, and believe me, I was there too. And I went from victim to victor. But when I was stuck in that place, I thought there was nothing else for me because negativity is addictive. A plane is constantly going off course, and the pilot constantly has to bring the plane back on course, right? The same way in our minds, we are prone to thinking negatively all the time. We are prone to constantly thinking negatively, and we've got to bring it back on course. And if we don't bring it back on course, our mind will run away with itself and it will decide its own journey. And then your journey is definitive around you because all of a sudden you're seeing a lack in certain areas. You're seeing a marriage breaking down. You're seeing chaos in areas. That's because you don't have order in those areas. And so the first hurdle to overcome is the mindset. As I said, recognizing the mindset is key. If you can start to train your mind, start to train your thought process, because our thoughts become things, as we all know that very famous quote. If you want to change your life, you must first change what you are thinking and what you are doing. Your actions are everything. That's why I created my book called The Action Plan, because it is not just about the thinking, it is about the doing, it is about following it. So you've got to believe, first of all, that you're worthy of it. Now shift in your mindset. And when you do the work in your mindset, you do the studying, you do the reading, you get into programs, you come to Rise and Grind every single morning to start your day in the right way. Your mindset is set up for the day. You're feeling empowered. You got motivational speakers like me up here who are empowering you through our words. There's your mindset. Okay. Once you got your mindset key and programmed, you can have, be, and do anything you want. Then you got your skill set. A lot of people fail at this hurdle. Are you putting in the time? Because the greatest minds of this earth, Einstein and Ludovici Einaudi, the pianist who I love to play, and any other person you can think of who's incredible and been a mind, Glenn Lundy, all these people working in their lives, they've spent hours and hours a day secluded away from the world, putting time into their craft. You must hone in on your craft. You've got to spend hours and hours and hours a day. Check this out. If you did 3 hours a day on your craft, 3 hours a day, that's over 1,096 goals a year or hours a year achieved. And now you're an expert, aren't you? You're pretty much an expert, I was saying that. All you've got to do is put the time in to your craft, and that's your skill set. So don't fail at that hurdle. Don't allow the fact that you're not good enough at something, the fact that you haven't practiced it enough to hinder you. Okay, you must go forwards with your skill set, your mind in the right place, and know exactly what it is you want. And then thirdly, your environment. Okay, who you spend time with. People will bring you down. You know what that's like, right, Glenn? I mean, me and you both people, right? You have to naturally, it's not about rejecting them. It is about creating space for yourself and protecting your light. And as Will Smith says, defend your light with your life.
Hey.
Your light with your life. Protect yourself. Protect your soul. If you go out there and you just spend hours and hours bickering and bitching and doing stuff which does not serve you, you're going to be that. That's who you are. You define who you are through your actions. And I have so many exercises I'll go into in a bit on what people can do to up their game and start getting into that flow, getting over these hurdles, having a breakthrough.
I love it. You are killing it. You're getting me all jacked up this morning. You are 100% speaking my language, Natasha. Mindset, skill set, and environment, right? Way to break that down very, very simply, right? We got to get ourselves in the right mindset. We got to put in the time to get the skills. And we got to make sure our environment is appropriate. You know, there was once I saw this picture, Natasha, and it was... there was a guy on the top of a cliff, right? He's on the top of the cliff, and he's got this rope that's going down to the bottom, and then there's somebody down on the bottom pulling on the rope. And the question that it asked in that picture is which is easier or more likely? Is the one on the bottom going to pull the one on the top down, or is the one on the top going to pull the one from the bottom, from the bottom up? And it's so true. It's so much easier for people to pull you back down than it is to lift and raise people up. So that environment is extremely important. I want to shift real quick. I'm just going to shift topics a little bit because you're an expert in this area. You're also an expert in personal branding, and you've done some incredible things on social media. You guys just Google search Natasha Grano. It'll blow your mind what comes up. And it's clear to me, being a person who's in this world, it's very clear to me how much work, energy, and effort you have put into curating that personal brand. It shows. You are clearly a pro, and I admire what you've been able to do. So with that said, for those that are listening on Clubhouse, on Rise and Grind, on Facebook, on YouTube, in the podcast, right? Because we stream this out everywhere. I'd like to talk a little bit about personal brand. How important is it in 2021 and going forward? Or let me rephrase the question. Does everyone need a personal brand in 2021 and moving forward? Or is that only for those that are wanting the social media limelight?
100%. Everybody needs a personal brand and needs to be putting themselves out there in the best way. Let me just ask you this one thing. What do you think people look at when they come and see you? Or when you meet them in person and you shake hands? Because they do not Google you. The very first thing that they do, they go to your Instagram. They go or they Google you, but then they go and find all your social media handles. They want to see your presence online. They want to see your clubhouse. Are you a massive name? And here's the things to look at. You ready to write this down? If you want to learn something today, people look at 3 things when they come across your name. Number 1, who are you associated with? Who associated with? So look at this. Glenn and me, we're associated with each other. We're a squad, we're a team. We are associated with great minds on this earth, from Grant Cardone, Tom Bilyeu, Jesse Itzler, Damon John, you name it. They've been on my show or they've been on his. We are associated with people who are already doing their thing, and we're on their shows, they're on ours. We work together, whatever it might be. Okay. That's the first thing they'll look at. Why do they look at that? Because it's like with anything in life. If you are associated with good people, then you will have a greater mind because they are your expanders. That's actually one of my pillars of manifesting. The 4th pillar is expanding your vision, right? So people want to see who you're socializing with, who you're associated with. My expanders are people who I haven't even met half the time. They are people that I study the work of. I look at what they're doing every day. How are they spending their time? What's their morning and evening ritual? Okay. Number 2.
I'm loving this. Let's go.
Number 2, what value are you offering to the world? What value are you offering? And that is over to you, honey. What are you offering? Where do people, what are they finding from you? Let me ask you this big question, because this is personal branding in a nutshell. What are you posting every day? Okay, what are you putting out there to the world? If you're on Clubhouse, what room are you hosting? If you're on TikTok, what video are you posting? If you're on YouTube, what are you uploading? Because if your post does not offer value to the world, it doesn't help them better their health, it doesn't help them to live a better life and fulfill their full human potential, or just be more like you, then it's not worth posting. It has to be something that offers value to the world. That goes into your business as well. And of course, if you've got a business where you would hope that it's helping other people, and you would hope that it is actually offering value in some way. Because the aim with this is, and it goes back again into manifesting, if you want to have something successful, money is the byproduct of success, but manifesting and things that you want to bring into your life, even your personal brand getting bigger and bigger and bigger, if you are helping other people in the world, if the world is benefiting from what you are giving through your services, and it's leaving a legacy thereafter you're gone, it's going to help humanity thereafter you are gone, that is selfless living. That is true manifestation. Okay? And then the third thing they look at, so you got who you're associated with, what value you're offering, and number 3, where have they seen you? Where have they seen you? So have they seen you in the press? Which articles have they seen you in? What lists have they seen you in? Where have they seen you? Because they will trust you more. They will buy more from you. They will want to be associated with you. They will want to follow you. If we're looking at Instagram, for example, or any other platform, if they have seen you in some big press, some big articles, on some TV shows, on some cool podcasts like Glenn's, they want to see you shining somewhere, and they will trust you. So if you are ticking, and I really mean ticking all those boxes, then you've got a personal brand. You've got a strong personal brand. Now you can just build your numbers. It took me a year. I bought an Instagram account, guys. I didn't start with 1 million followers. I built it. I sold my account. It was small at the start, but I sold it, and I invested that into buying my own Instagram account. And it had a couple 100,000 followers or something. When I bought that, I then built it to what it is now, up to over 5 million followers.
Right, which is amazing, and such a unique and interesting strategy. And I love that, right? You're already, it's just like investing in business. You go buy a business that's already got a solid foundation, and then you expand it and grow on it. And that's what you were able to do. Who are you associated with? What value are you adding? Where have they seen you? I think these things apply across the board, no matter what type of business you have. I agree that I think it's important going forward that every business has to have a face associated with it. There has to be a face that we can trust, that we can learn, that we can love. I think Elon Musk is doing a good job of showing us what that looks like and how you're able to create a community and a culture around your brand when there is a face associated with that brand, no matter what industry you're in. I think you're 100% right, Natasha. All right, we're out of time over here on Rise and Grind. We are going to be hanging out over on Clubhouse and give some people an opportunity to ask your questions over on Clubhouse. Before we go here on Facebook, though, I do want to do one thing real quick. One last question for you, Natasha, over here on the video side. So, you, my dear, are on top of a mountain, and all of civilization, okay, all of civilization is at the base of the mountain. Everybody, and they're cheering for you. Right? Natasha, 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 Natasha. They're screaming, they're clapping, they're cheering, and somebody walks over and they hand you a microphone. And they say, Natasha, you have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to drop something on them, practical application wisdom, something they can apply in their life today, this week, this month, this year. What are you going to tell them?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, go and stand in the mirror, okay? Play your favorite, most uplifting track you've ever heard. This literally pulled me out of being, when I was standing in a mirror, I remember I was standing in Cape Town in front of a mirror crying. I was ill, I was broke, I was completely stuck. I had nothing to do, and this voice came over me and said, you're going to be a motivational speaker. I was like, me? Are you kidding? It's 5 years ago. I was like, how on earth could I do that? How on earth could I go on and help people because I don't even have the power? Well, that is when I stood in the mirror, and I'm standing in the mirror playing my favorite song. And you know what happened when you play your favorite song? When you start to get into a flow state, it uplifts you because that's a frequency. Music has a frequency, and it started to uplift me. It came through my body, and I started saying to myself in the mirror, and look at yourself. It's a very trippy experience at first, okay? It can be daunting. Look into your own eyes and just start preaching over yourself and start doing it. It sounds crazy, but if you can't get out of your comfort zone and start public speaking at yourself, only with yourself to view, you're never going to be able to do anything else. You just got to look at yourself and start saying it, even if it's just in your mind, but saying it with conviction if you can out loud, and just saying, you are worthy. This is only temporary what you're going through. You are going to do, and preach it over yourself, all the things you want to do. You're going to have your dream homes. You're going to be able to help people in life. They're going to be inspired by your story. Say it over and over and over and over. If you do it with headphones, cool. Just scream in the mirror. If no one's in the house or they are in the house, who cares what they think? Because you've got to get over the feelings of caring about what other people think. Because if you keep caring about what other people think, they will hold you down. But go and scream at yourself in the mirror. Go look at yourself in the mirror and just own it. And then go about your day and take action towards your goals, whether that's building the personal brand, scaling it on social media, getting numbers of people knocking on doors, DMing them, whatever you need to do. Go about the thing that you want to achieve that day. Do 3 small goals a day. That's 1,096 goals a year. Remember that. 3 small goals a day, because then your mind, your brain will say, I feel like an achiever.
I love it. Rock star Natasha Grano, you, my dear, are absolutely incredible. You're just an amazing superhuman across the board. I want everyone who's listening right now to be able to connect with you. Will you do me a favor, Rise and Grind style? Will you pour into Natasha Grano today? Will you blow her up? I want her to message me later and be like, Glenn, tell them to back off. Tell them to leave me alone. Like, I can't get anything done today. I'm getting so many messages from Rise and Grinders and Breakfast with Champions peeps. So please blow her up. Natasha, what's the best way you want them to connect with you?
Amazing. You guys can just come find me on social media. On Instagram is the easiest way. Send me a DM. I love receiving DMs from people. It makes me so happy. And when I get a chance to go through them personally, I always do. Whenever I'm getting those minutes, I love it. They're so beautiful. I appreciate every single one. Just follow me on Instagram, Natasha Grano or Natasha Graziano. It's either or, it works. And I'll find you and hopefully, see if I can serve you further. So thank you so much for having me today here on your incredible podcast. You're a king. I'm grateful, and I really look forward to helping someone today.
Thank you. You've helped many of us already this morning, which I greatly appreciate. And I know you'll continue to do so as your brand continues to expand across the globe. It really, really is special. You, my dear, are an amazing superhuman, clearly a child of God, the God of the universe. And that God has made you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And you're leaning into it, Natasha. And as you've leaned in, it has made a massive impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers, and you being right here on Rise and Grind this morning has made an impact on me and all of these other people. So I, for one, absolutely stinking love you for it. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Natasha.
Thank you. Mwah. Peace and love. I'm going to hang around in the clubhouse with you guys. Thank you so much, everyone on the podcast. Mwah. Love and blessings and light to all of you. Go kickstart your day. Rise and grind.
Yes, that's it. That's it. That's it. That was the one and only Natasha Grano. If you want to spend some more time with her, we're going to be hanging out over on Clubhouse for the next 25 minutes or so. And so you're welcome to come join us over there. Natasha can answer some questions. We'll continue the discussion. Otherwise, if we don't see you over on Clubhouse, then obviously we've got more videos like this at glenlundy.com. You could always go there and check out some more videos there if you would like, or just come back here again Monday morning at 5:30 a.m. because we're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day, my friend.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. Hashtag rise and grind, hashtag rise and grind.